Hi guys. Hi everyone. So, let me set this up. How do I... Is that gonna work? Hi Kate. Hi Haya. Hi everyone. Uh-oh. Is this not gonna stay? It's a bit low. Maybe I'll squat the whole time. Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. Hold on, I'm just gonna put this on my bloody blah blah stories so that people know to come. Hi. Okay, whoa. Come watch my live. Yay! Okay. Link youtube.com/Chloe Morello. Done. I probably will save this video. Rugia, is that how I say it? Yeah, probably. Oh, in the UK, about to go to sleep. Well, it's 10 a.m. here, so not me. What's going on up here? It's just too low. How have I been? Very good, thank you. Let me just, I need to try. I've literally got sticky tape on the back of my phone. Oh my gosh. I'm using this very cheap. I really should have checked this. I'm so sorry. So this is my first live stream on YouTube in a very long time, like years. So thought I would come on here and just reconnect because I haven't had time to film a proper video and like edit it and upload it. So this is the best thing I can do, and I thought that it would be cool to do live makeup. So I'm gonna get started like before we go into anything anyways. In the mornings I've been using the Caudalie Vino Perfect to help with discoloration from ASMR from sticky tape. To help with discoloration from when I had the baby. So where is everyone from? Get to know everyone in the comments. Just putting that serum on from Caudalie. So I've obviously already washed my face. Just gonna put that on, and I like to wait a few minutes in between all my skin steps just so that the ingredients can get to work. So hi everyone, how do I edit my videos? We edit it on Final Cut Pro. So there's that. Asarat says boring A. Okay, sorry. Canada, Quebec, how was my labor? Absolutely fucked. Oh, I'm not allowed to swear. It was so messed up. I don't even like thinking about it, to be honest. Yeah, I wanted it to be beautiful and everything, and it wasn't, you know? My doctor didn't see me for 2 weeks before I had the baby because she kept canceling my appointments because she's busy or whatever. And, oops, I didn't put enough on. This is my sunscreen. And then on the day that I had my baby, there were 14 other women giving birth. And then finally, you know, she's come to see me. She hasn't seen me the whole time I've been there really since I arrived. And then like 8 hours later, I go into labor, and finally he's crowning and they go get her. And then she comes in, and do you know what the first thing she says is, oh my gosh, I'm tired. Someone get me a chair or I'm gonna pass out. That's not what you want to hear from your doctor when your baby's head is coming out of your vagina. I was just like, oh, good to know you're ready for the most important day of my life. And then of course, you know, he wasn't reacting when I had him, so they had to take him away for a few days. It was so bad. It was so scary. I thought he was dying. Anyway, let's move on from that. It wasn't nice. But yeah, I'll be getting a new OB-GYN when I have another baby, which will be someday, I don't know when. So I just put my sunscreen on, and I wanted to be a bit glowy, so I used the Super Goop Glow Screen. Was I in public or private? Private. In the US, I think that the only choice you have is to go private, right? Yes, good news is everything is okay with Santino now, but oh my gosh, it was so traumatic. And then of course I had, what's that thing with the high blood pressure again? Anyway, apparently you can have a stroke. I didn't know anything about this. They don't really, it was bad. The healthcare system in America is so whack. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, guys, now I'm in Australia and not doing that much, just hanging out with my family. Yes, preeclampsia is what I had. And it's just like, kind of like in lockdown when, you know, I don't have that much to do, so the days are melting into one another, and Bateman's Bay is a very slow-paced, relaxing town, and it's just kind of the time's running away from me. Anyway, so I wanted to come on here and do my makeup. I'm gonna go in with Estee Lauder Double Wear. I haven't used this foundation in so long, but I've been back to it. I'm just gonna go straight in. The color is Ivory Beige 3N1. Okay. So what is going on, everyone? How are you? I'm not in the US right now, Fufu. I am visiting my family that are still here. So I'm visiting my hometown. It's really nice. I'm not almost done with my live. I just started 7 minutes ago. So I am onto foundation. I'm just gonna be getting ready and chatting to you guys, seeing what else, what everyone's been up to, and just having a general chat. I should do lives more. Do you like it? I'm literally bending over so you can see me because I don't have a proper setup here in Australia. It's honestly so hard filming at my family's house because we have birds. I don't know if you can hear them. They have budgies and they make so much noise. So, and you obviously can't turn birds off. Did I love the Harry Potter reunion? Yes, loved the Harry Potter reunion. It was very touching. Loved seeing where everyone is now. I did notice that Emma Watson spoke a lot, and I wanted to hear more from Ron and stuff, you know, like maybe everyone was, I mean, they interviewed her a lot, and I feel like they didn't interview everyone equally, and I wanted to hear from everyone, and maybe like lesser known people as well. What time is it in Australia? It's 10 a.m. Yep, 10:01. Oh my gosh, oh, what's that? There's a hair in my mouth or something. This foundation looks really nice over that SPF. I glow different in Australia. I reckon that's because, thank you firstly, Karishma, but I think that's probably the humidity. I feel like it makes my skin way nicer than the dryness in the US. I left all my good brow products in the US. Oh, Netflix. Rupert was filming in Canada. Oh, got it. Oh, I love Rupert, so he was my favorite. Ron's my favorite. So I was like, Ron, 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 Ron. And I feel like we mostly heard from Emma. But yeah. So as you guys have seen, I've gotten really into Harry Potter Lego. And it's an expensive habit, but I'm trying to purchase secondhand Lego just to prevent excess consumption, you know? So I'm buying secondhand Lego, which is annoying because obviously you have to like clean it and stuff. And sometimes the pieces are not correct, but you know, you save a little bit of money and it lowers your consumption, which I'm trying to do. But I'm really enjoying Lego. It's like it's obviously just like a giant 3D puzzle, but when I get back home, I'm gonna take some of my favorite sets that I've purchased while I'm here to take home and like extend what I've got in the US and build like a proper, I wanna do my own creation Lego too, like not just follow the instructions. So yeah. Okay, some people are asking about facial fillers. I haven't had any fillers or Botox in since before the pandemic, I think. So my face is all natural now, I guess you'd say. And I haven't had any lip injections in 4 years or something like that. So that's just how it is. How's my baby? Santino is doing really well. He's asleep right now, which is why I'm talking to you on this live. He's started eating solids. He's started holding himself up against furniture. So, you know, I guess that means we're getting along to him walking, which is like nuts. It's actually kind of irritating the fact that he can be so mobile now. Do you know what I mean? Jelly Bean, I'm like, oh, I can't just put you down and then leave. So like, oh, you have to watch him so much. Luckily, my mum bought him this little standy thing. Like, it's called a activity center or something, where he stands in it, and he doesn't like it for like extremely long periods of time, but it's good because you can just pop him in there and then run to the toilet if you need to go to the toilet or something, because he can't go anywhere in that. But yeah, it's like, it's begun. The whole, oh my gosh, I have an infant thing has begun. He doesn't just lay there and sleep anymore. Okay, so I wonder what accent he'll pick up. Dude, I know. What is he gonna have? Hopefully it will be in between both of us. Chelsea asks, is he a mummy's boy or daddy's boy? I think he's a daddy's boy. He's obsessed with Seba. Yeah, it's cute. It's a very beautiful thing to see. Okay. I got this palette from Hourglass. You got one for your daughter and called it the Circle of Neglect. Okay, I love that. When I get back to the US as well, I'm gonna get a playpen. I don't care what anyone says. Because I just need to put him somewhere for like 20 minutes while I do something sometimes, you know? I don't know. Hi everyone. Do we and Seba want more kids? Yes. Am I breastfeeding or formula feeding? I'm formula feeding. Breastfeeding didn't work out for me. It's fine. You know. I miss it though. I do miss it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I just want to whip out my boob, but nothing will come out. Okay, so the other big thing I wanted to talk about was my stance on this Molly May thing. So if you guys know who Molly May is, she is a Instagrammer, I guess, and she was on Love Island. I didn't watch Love Island, but I guess that's how she got famous. Apparently she was a blogger before then as well, and this clip came out of her saying that, you know, it was honestly a really silly thing to say, and I've always refuted like that way of thinking where you can achieve anything that you want. You can achieve your dreams. All you have to do is work hard, or, you know, fucking manifest it. I hate this manifestation shit. Like, you can achieve your dreams, work really hard. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. Like, no, that is not true, okay? So Molly May went and said this thing, and I think she was trying to be inspirational, and there was no malice in what she was saying. So I just, you know, I understand that what she said was like really silly, and it's especially annoying because she works for a lot of brands that utilize very questionable labor methods. I mean, they've been outed. The Boohoo company has been outed for paying like £3 to their workers. It's disgusting. This is why I don't ever personally shop fast fashion. Like, I pretty much only purchase independent labels because I'm personally not comfortable with the conditions that workers are put in by these fast fashion companies. But I also understand that I'm in a place of privilege and I can afford to buy less. I can afford not to buy unaffordable clothing. Wait, am I making sense? Like, it's also privileged to assume that people shouldn't buy Boohoo, you know? Like, not everyone can afford clothes that cost more than $50 a t-shirt, you know? So I do think that if people are going to be angry at someone, it shouldn't be at someone like Molly May, who honestly, she's just said something really stupid. It's stupid, okay? Don't get me wrong. What she said was really dumb. I do not agree with it, and I've always been against that whole rhetoric of you can do whatever you think of, because no, not everyone can do whatever you want, whatever they want with their life. Some people are born into war, and some children are born in Syria will never be able to achieve their dreams because, you know, of the situations and circumstances they've been born into. So I do not agree at all with what Molly May said. And I've shared a few things where I just don't like the pile-on. Like, she wasn't trying to be malicious. And there are billionaires behind these companies that are really benefiting off this. And yet there's this giant pile-on for Molly May. I just feel like it's a bit mean. I really hate, I don't care who it is, if it's Kim Kardashian or whatever, I don't like internet pile-ons because I know what it feels like, and I don't care who it is. Like, even if it's someone really horrible, I don't even like when people are laughing about Donald Trump's appearance. You know, like I don't like meanness. So anytime I see that kind of thing happening, I'm like, just stop. Politics and that, fair game, but an individual that didn't have any malicious intent like Molly May, yeah, call her out, but you know, this has been going for like 72 hours now. Like, I really think now's the time to give her a break. And I just also, like, that thing that I shared on my stories, Caroline Hirons was like, all those people getting mad at Molly May, I hope you don't buy at Boohoo, I hope you don't shop at Nasty Gal, all these places. It's true. It's just like a lot of people that are getting so up in arms about what Molly May said probably are buying at places like that. And I just think it's a little bit, you know, unfair to go and, you know, be really nasty to someone online when you are also doing something, you know, bad. Maybe you're not making £500,000 off it, but you know, it's just a little bit hypocritical. Personally, that's my opinion. Anyway, again, I just really don't like internet pile-ons and being mean to anyone. I don't care who it is. Like, calling out individuals is just something that I have always not liked. Maybe because I was bullied in high school. And yeah, that's just my thoughts. Yeah, Beth, if you watch the full interview, she was really sweet and she was nervous and meant well. I know, she was trying to be inspirational, okay? And I personally really hate, like, I've always hated like self-help and all that stuff because I think it's bullshit. Not everyone is gonna make it, okay? Like, I went to this Oprah show once, right? And everyone's there like, oh my God, Oprah. And literally in the same 5 minutes, Oprah said these two things. She said, believe in your dreams, you can achieve anything you want, you are in control of your destiny. And then literally 2 minutes later, she's like, trust in your destiny, you have a path to follow, and trust in it, the right thing will happen. Well, no, Oprah, I don't agree with that. Because like I was saying before, if you're born into poverty in a foreign, you know, country, you are not going to become a pop star in Hollywood, no matter how hard you try. You know, there's finite possibilities. Anyway, this is my thoughts. Like, I disagree with Molly May. I also disagree with being mean to people. Okay, so yeah, she doesn't deserve death threats, exactly. She doesn't deserve mocking. I really don't like mocking and being nasty. Yeah, Oprah, love her. But again, I don't like this whole, like, you're in control of your future, because no, you're not. Like, you're very limited in the control that you have of your future. So yeah. Okay, moving on. Someone asked about the Novak Djokovic thing. I mean, whatever. The issue is that he didn't get a proper exemption for him not being vaxxed. Like, apparently, I mean, I don't know the full story. Honestly, I'm not super interested in a millionaire tennis player not following the rules. Like, whatever. Oh no, he's not gonna play tennis and earn millions of dollars. And he seems like a bit of a dick. Like, I just saw news coming out that apparently he had coronavirus in December and still went to some some event, which is kind of dickheadish, very dickheadish. So I'm not like super, I don't care about that. But again, I'm not gonna like pile on. It's the kind of thing where I'm like, not cool. Don't care enough to like get into arguments with people about it. Okay, let me catch up to everything. Do you think we're going back to full lockdown globally? Oh my God, I really hope not. I don't think so because now most people are vaccinated, right? Or well, in Australia at least, a lot of people are vaccinated. So I'm hoping that we can stay on top of things. Anyway, I just put some eyeliner on. This is Giorgio Armani Smooth Silk Eye Pencil, and you can rub it out. Thank you for being woke. I don't think it's woke. I don't like the term woke because a lot of the time people that call themselves woke are like aggressive about it. Unnecessarily. Some things require aggression. But again, I don't like the attacking individual things. Have I ever tried Glossier? Yes, love Glossier. Okay, building that up. So I'm doing like a little smoky eye there. Okay, what else is everyone saying? French vibes. Where did I get these glasses? These are Bailey Nelson glasses. I'm so sorry, I know my filming is terrible. Yes, so Novak Djokovic is being held in the same hotel that asylum seekers have been detained in for up to 12 years. Like, that's the kind of thing that I care about, not really Novak Djokovic. And just the fact that that's all anyone's talking about is really frustrating, especially for those people that are in detention. I have a friend whose husband was put in detention for 8 months for, he overstayed his visa, but he has bipolar disorder, and it was just the worst situation in the world. He was literally, it's like jail, and it's just not fair because, you know, he is suffering from a mental health thing, and there are people that have been in detention for years and years, and they have family and children and everything that they never get to see. It's just horrendous. The way this country treats, it's not okay. Am I still friends with Lauren Curtis? Yes, but like we don't talk or anything, but. And Fenty Eavesdrop, my thoughts on it, really like Fenty Eavesdrop. Okay, what's everyone else saying? Am I moving back to Australia? I definitely plan to move back to Australia in the next few years. Personally, Sebastian and I are very keen for Santino to grow up in Australia. The thing is, like, I don't want him to go to an American school. The whole thing about like doing live shooter drills in school just scares me. I don't want my son to have to do that. Tips for labor you're due in a week, Opal. Have you ever had a baby before? Because I don't have any tips. It's all horrendous. Are you okay, sis?
Yeah, I need to wash my feet.
Okay, I'm on live. Come in.
I don't want to be in it.
Okay, crouch down and go underneath. Ellie's just back from walking the dog.
I'm
not going to.
Don't.
I'm not going to. So Ellie just has to wash herself. Girl, I want to move to Hawaii, but a girl can only dream. That sounds nice, right? Okay, mascara. Fuck, this filming of this is just horrendous. I'm so sorry. How come I can't see the comments? Okay, plans for today. There's not really any plans. I think me and Sebastian want to go for a walk. Take Santino out and about. Yesterday I stayed at home because I've had my period for the second time since I had Santino, and it was not fun. Like, it was just gushing out and I felt sick. So I stayed at home and played The Sims and looked after Santino. Haha, you love my sister. Melanie Carosi says that she's on a no buy right now. So that is something that I would like to do, especially for makeup. I mean, I'm very lucky because of course I get free makeup sometimes, but recently I've, well, when I moved houses, I didn't update my address, and I told brands that I've moved and that I'm not receiving PR until like I get a new address. So then I only updated my address with certain brands that I wanted to keep receiving, so I don't get as much PR anymore, and that's just how I like it. Because I don't want to be wasteful. I donated so much stuff as well and sent heaps of stuff, posted it to my family so that they would use like my already opened stuff. The thing is, like when you're thinking about being more eco-conscious, can you hear the birds? When you're thinking about being more eco-conscious, it's like the toss-up of what is appropriate. So I was like, what should I do with all this excess stuff? Do I throw it out? That's wasteful. Do you donate it? Potentially wasteful because a lot of the time they don't use it, they'll throw it out. Do I ship it and then you use all that, you know, energy and stuff having it shipped, which is also very wasteful. There's like so many things that like you think you're doing the right thing, but maybe it's not the right thing. Do you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Ellie? Yeah. What do you think about that? Like people trying to be more eco-conscious, but a lot of the time what we try and do, like
spend money on eco products.
Well, yeah, right. Okay, yeah. You just go and spend more money on eco-friendly products. And that's probably, it's better if you're replacing stuff with eco-friendly products. But I mean, if you try to downsize your life or whatever and you're throwing things out, or you're like shipping something is a lot of energy, or just having something manufactured uses a lot of water and energy, right? Yeah. So like when people think that they're doing the right thing by donating a product or...
Well, if you're not using it anymore, you may as well donate it. Well, the alternative is it sits in your house and you're on water.
Right. Okay. I'm not really explaining what I'm trying to say. The biggest thing is traveling, isn't it? Like an airplane.
I mean,
being in an
there's
airplane.
So many different factors, and you can't really point to any one thing as being the big thing, that if we got rid of it, it'd be okay.
No. Yeah. Okay. Anytime I talk to my sister, I get intensely depressed because she's very well versed on climate change. And basically in our lifetime, are you listening to what I'm saying, Ellie?
No, I'm in the kitchen.
Okay. Basically in our lifetime, climate scientists say that if we don't make drastic changes, as in if humans don't start living like people in developing countries live, as in greatly reducing our usage of resources, then life as we know it is going to change very drastically. It's going to become very, very difficult to live. So sometimes I put on makeup and I'm like, why am I bothering? You know? I'm definitely rambling. Starting your own brand is very wasteful. I know, this is something that, yep, I know it is. I like to think that I think it's okay if you're replacing something that is wasteful. I just think it's also a responsibility of the consumer to purchase less stuff, because that's the vicious cycle of everything, isn't it? Just buying more and more stuff, like the amount of makeup that people are buying. That's why I really stopped buying and promoting excess makeup, you know, as much as what I used to do. I don't speak Spanish. Everything is so wasteful. Yes, I can't, it's such a hard thing. Like, I'm so aware of it now and I feel so guilty, but this is my job. Like, this is how I provide for my family now. So I've been trying to use more independently owned brands. You know, I use a lot of brands like Ilia and, you know, independently owned brands a lot of the time over larger mass owned brands. Although I didn't in today's face, did I? Nice one, Chloe. I shouldn't feel guilty, I'm doing my part. Yeah, but I'm also like showing hundreds of thousands of people or encouraging them to buy more stuff. Even if I'm like, use your own concealer, I don't know. I just think in my lifetime, I will not be doing YouTube because the world's gonna get flipped upside down. So just trying to save my money and buy a bunker. What made me want to continuously do my annual Eid videos when other YouTubers shy away from this? So in about 2011, one of my best friends was this guy who was Muslim, and his wife liked my makeup videos, and they told me once, like, this big thing, Eid is coming up, will you do a tutorial for her? That's how it started. And also I just feel like I went to a school where we had a very international group of students because diplomats went to my school. I went to a bougie school, to be honest, because I was very, very privileged to get to go to a bougie school for like the final 3 years of my schooling. And one of my close friends at the time, she was a hijabi, and I went to school with her from when her little sister like started wearing the hijab. And so I kind of saw like the process of her becoming a woman and starting to wear the hijab. And she would show me pictures of when her and her friends hung out sans men, so when they could go without the hijab and stuff, and she would wear sequin glittery dresses and wear lots of makeup, and it was like we connected and loved sharing that stuff that she loved that she couldn't really express when she had the hijab on. And so it kind of reminded me like, but then I also noticed that the rest of my peers didn't really like interact with her. I guess they didn't feel like they vibed with her or whatever, because I guess when you wear a hijab, it's very different to someone walking around without a hijab, or that's how people seem to feel. But like when I got to know this girl, and I'd never met anyone that had worn a hijab before, but she became quite a good friend of mine, and I really loved hanging out with her. And it just made me realize like that I felt like she was being excluded by other people in my grade, and I just always realized that. But really we're the same, you know, we have the same interests, makeup, fashion. And although she couldn't express it because she wanted to wear her hijab, like we had the same interests. So that's why on my channel, I did the makeup tutorials for hijabis, because I just wanted to be inclusive and make people feel included and just create that space. Okay, Nina's gone back to talking about Novak. I'm glad to hear that he's made donations. That's good. But he is an anti-vaxxer. And just if he tried to get into Australia using shifty methods, then I don't think that's good. But I don't really know the whole story behind it, so. How is motherhood now? Okay, so I love being a mummy. I didn't like pregnancy, and I really didn't like birth. I didn't like immediately after birth, but I really love being a mum. And I think it's because I have Sebastian, who's so supportive, and like I feel so supported, and we do everything equally. And if I ever, you know, need some time to myself, I get it. I don't ever feel like, oh, I just need to have some peace and quiet and read. If I do, then, you know, Seba and I both give that to one another. And the way that we do it right now is because Santina still wakes up like twice a night to feed. So we go one night on, one night off. So I woke up last night, did the nappy changes and did the feeding, and then Sebastian can sleep in, and then tomorrow night I will get that chance. So, but of course, like, the other person always ends up waking up anyway because Santina's crying and stuff. Yeah, tea or coffee? Definitely coffee. I really want to get into drinking more tea because it sounds like such like a much more healthy thing to do, and I'm so ADHD that sometimes I think I overdo my caffeine, even though if I have the right amount, it like evens me out, because I'm not on medication for ADHD anymore. But if I have too much, which I do, I definitely have too much, it goes overboard for me. Do I breastfeed? No, not anymore. Nosh, I really wish everyone could have had the same experience that I do when I'm experiencing being a mum, but I just know a lot of the time, like in a lot of relationships, it's so different for me and Seba because we both work together and work from home, and we're so lucky to have the flexibility. But I know a lot of people don't have that flexibility because, you know, one of the partnership is working, or maybe you're a single parent. Like, there's so many things that I can't even imagine that. Like, I'm very blessed. Not that I believe in God or anything, but I'm lucky. Privileged. Do you think skinny eyebrows are in? I'm not going to be plucking my eyebrows, so... Will I be doing sleep training? Sleep training is when you just let them cry, right? I let Santino cry for a few minutes, but if he's too upset, and you can tell if his cries are just like whiny because he's tired or if he's upset. But yeah, I do let him cry a little bit, but not too much. I wouldn't be able to do that thing how you let them cry too much. Just gonna add blush. Do I believe the Big Bang created all forms of life? Well, I don't. I believe in natural selection. Have I ever done laser hair removal? Yes, I have. I've done it at a clinic, which works really well, but I also bought myself a machine because I loved it so much. I wanted to do my whole body, like even my little lady mustache and my toes and stuff. So I bought myself a machine from a website, and it works really well, but you kind of have to do it like twice as much. Hold on, let me just settle myself. I'm going to go into my bedroom so I can talk to you guys. Would I rather explore the unexplored part of the ocean or outside the galaxy? Oh my God, probably the galaxy. I feel like the ocean is even scarier than the galaxy. My room is so messy, guys, because I'm in my like childhood room. I'm in my childhood room, and there's just not much space for anything, you know, when you're traveling and you've got all your stuff everywhere. Okay, let's talk about Twitch because I'm really keen to get into it. So I really like gaming and I love The Sims and I love being live and like chatting and bantering. So I wanted to, and I had so much fun in lockdown when we did The Sims together. So I'm trying to do that. I tried it a couple of times, but here for some reason in Australia where I live, because we kind of live in a bushy area a little bit, the internet just wasn't working. Like streaming and playing The Sims at the same time, it was so laggy. So I'm gonna try it when we get back to America, and Seba and I have agreed that we'll save up and, you know, get a gaming PC so that things are hopefully a bit better. So follow me on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Morello machine. What do I think was my best hairstyle over the year? I think over the years, I think it was the short dark bob, which I want to go back to, but I've got light hair right now and I want to change that. So what else do you guys want to talk about? Because I'm thinking I might leave soon. Santino's nicknames. Vaz Budak is asking, what are Santino's nicknames? I call him Sunny. Santino. Baby. I call him my baby a lot. Stuff like that. When did I have a baby? Right, I had a baby in June last year. And Rai asks, have I moved back to Australia? No, I'm visiting Australia for the holidays. Trucking man, are you taken? Yes, I am married. So what else? Is there any other topics you guys would like me to cover? Because otherwise, I'm gonna head out soon. You can follow me on my stories. Would I want twins? No. Purely because I'm terrified of the birth thing. Do I see snakes around your parents' house? I used to see a lot of snakes around my parents' house. That's why we have to be very careful when we're playing outside. My dad would often have to come save us. Is this the bedroom where you opened the Urban Decay Naked palette and flipped out the primer potion? No, that's not this bedroom. I think I was in Canberra at that time. With Ellis Fast pens are back in America. Unfortunately, I heard that Ellis Fast passed away, which is sad. He was a really iconic makeup artist. The biggest culture shock in America is maybe how expensive everything is. Like the whole tipping on top of what you're paying, as well as the tax being on top of what you're paying. So if you see like an item that's $10 on the menu, it's actually going to be what, like more than that, plus you have to tip. And I hate it. Like, just pay your people enough. See what I mean, Jelly Bean? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this live. I think I'm gonna head out now. I covered everything. So we talked, my stance on the pandemic and vaccines overall. Oh my gosh. So when it all started to go down 2 years ago, I was freaking the F out because we didn't know anything about the virus. We didn't know what it did. We didn't know how to treat it. All I knew was that life was about to change really drastically. So I was definitely freaking out and trying to like warn people and tell people to, just be prepared for things to change. It's going to be bad. I remember getting so much flack for that. And so I just was kind of like, okay, I'm just going to back off. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And I kind of feel like that now as well, because no one can like adhere to any one thing. So I've almost just kind of lost the will to try when it comes to the pandemic, because I don't believe that you can force people to do things. Obviously, I'm pro-vaccination and everything. But it's like not working. Like, we're not going to ever be able to vaccinate everyone because there's always going to be anti-vaxxers. And I wish that there wasn't. You know what I mean? But I don't even know where I'm going with this. It's really sad, the whole situation. I feel like the world's even more divided than it's ever been. People don't like being told what to do. No, I know, exactly. Will I be getting the additional vaccine boosters? Yes. Am I still friends with Bianca? Yes. Best video I've ever made. I'm really proud of the Claudia videos that I made. Yeah. Chava Faye, if you don't want the vaccine, you're not an anti-vaxxer. I do understand that. And I also do understand, because I know 2 people in my life personally whose children have had a very negative reaction. Well, they had a seizure and had to go to hospital. And I can understand that as a parent, that would be terrifying to see. and that you would be hesitant to get a vaccine. So I can kind of understand how that would be so traumatic, and like, you know, I'm a parent, so if anything like that ever happened to Sebastian, I'd be so scared. But just, you know, yelling about it so much is a bit, I don't know, it's really complicated. I'm so pragmatic that I can't, like, I can see everyone's sides. I wish everyone would get vaccinated. Like, I know that this is even so controversial for me to even say that. Like, what do you guys think about that? Like, I can understand in some circumstances why people would be afraid to get it. You know, I think people are very uneducated, and naturally we're very tribal, and people, you know, there's certain political directions that kind of go along with denying, you know, wanting vaccine mandates and stuff, and unfortunately it's like the nature of it. I really wish it wasn't. But it's just so loud now with social media as well. And it's just so ugly online. Oh my God, where am I? Yeah, I wish that we could all be vaccinated, but there's gonna be skeptics of everything, and I don't believe in like holding people down and jabbing their arms, so all we can do, I think the best thing to do is when you're discussing things like this is try to be understanding and not so militant, because I think that is what divides people and sends people even further to one direction. And so I think that if you can sit down and have like conversations like this, that it's much more beneficial, and try to understand and be sympathetic with other people's sides. Like what I said, I have friends whose children, after getting vaccinated, and it was like, you know, an everyday vaccination that I've probably already given to Santino, had a seizure and had to go in the ambulance to the hospital, and was terrible. So I can like literally sympathize that those people would be really not wanting to give it to their kids, or not wanting to get it for themselves. Like that would be so terrifying. I mean, it's not practical, and in the grand scheme of things, you know, they're only thinking of themselves there, and not in the grand scheme of how it affects the whole community. Totally. But again, if that happened to me and my son, I don't know how I would react. I don't know how I would react. Yes, I highly recommend everyone get vaccinated. When they recommend that my son Santino gets vaccinated, I'll definitely get him vaccinated. I just wish that when we're talking about these things, people were not so ugly and cruel online and like attacking. I just wish we could have much more kind conversations about it. I also think that when I come across on social media, I think that when I'm typing, I can appear very blunt, when really I feel like I'm saying it in one way. But I don't think I'm very good at like putting my thoughts out there. I get in trouble on Twitter a lot. And I think it's probably because of how I word things, or people just often take what you say and it's like a tiny little phrase, and then they'll manipulate it or read it in the way that they read it. You know, that's the problem with Twitter. Anyways, wow, I did not want to talk about vaccinations at all, but like some of my friends are anti-vaxxers and they're still my friends. I would very happily have an open discussion with them about it, but I would not like yell at them and that kind of thing. All right, I think that's it now. Oh my God, should I even keep uploading this? Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed, and maybe I'll do another one another day. Okay, bye.